This is the Textile Express tutorial on how to make a door bow. First of all, starting off, you will need 1 metre of wadding or something to stuff your bow and 1 metre of the fabric of your choice. Now we're going to start off cutting 50 centimetres of the fabric, and this will form the main body of the bow. And then with the piece that we have left, so the other 50 centimetres, we're going to cut that in half. Now this is something that we switched up in the tutorial because we found it looked better, so ignore the fact that my pieces look uneven in this section of the video. Taking the main part of the bow, so the 50 centimetre piece, we're going to put the short ends together and stitch those in place. You want to make sure that the right sides of the fabric are together when you're stitching this. Once you've stitched that, you need to open it up so that your row of stitching is in the centre of your piece of fabric, as shown. We're then going to sew across the top, all the way across. This will be the bottom of your bow, so if you're using a patterned fabric that has a direction, just make sure that you take this into account. Now at the top half of the bow, we're going to stitch along the top, but leave a little hole in the centre where the seam is. This will be to turn your bow inside out, or right side out I should say, and also where the ties are going to fit in afterwards. So once you've sewn the top part of the bow, you can turn it right side out, and for now just pop it to one side. Then you're going to take your 1 metre piece of wadding and fold it in half and in half again. And once you've done this, you've got to do the fun task of trying to wrestle all the wadding into your bow. It's not always easy to do, take your time and it'll get in there eventually. The next step is to start work on the ties. So with one of your long skinny pieces, we're going to fold that down the long edge face side in, and then you're going to trim one end so that it looks like the point of a bow. Then you're going to sew around the point and all the way up to the top end, leaving the far end open. You'll see me now, I'm just using a basic running stitch and just sewing that all together. Once you've finished sewing, then you can turn your bow tie the right side out, if you can get your hand back out, that is. Once you've done this with the first tie, then you can repeat with the second tie. Then we decided that these ties were a little bit too long, so we've trimmed them down by 30 centimetres. But if you like an extra long tie, then you can leave them full length. Once they're trimmed down to your desired size, then you can pop them in the hole that you left in the main part of your bow earlier. Carefully slot them in place and make sure the edges are all tidy, and then we're going to top stitch over this section. Don't worry about the stitching being visible at the moment because it will be hidden by the ties when we come to tie your bow. So then open out the ties, wrap them around the main part of your bow and tie them in a little knot. And that's it, simple. Give them a little jiggle and adjust, and there you have it, your gorgeous bow ready to go on the door, Christmas tree, or anywhere that you'd like a little festive decoration in your home. These bows aren't just for Christmas, they also make fantastic decoration at parties or perhaps just something glamorous year round.